is this the best backpacking recipe you could pack along? Well, come along with me as we cook up this mango fried rice. Super easy, super packable, but see if it's the best. Hey, Chef Corso, Outdoor Eats. We are slapping the rock here, and I am at Deer Lake here in 7th Lakes Basin, and I have a special guest here today. Oh man, this is Garrett.
Hi.
He is a official park ranger. I know he doesn't look it. He's a civilian today because he doesn't have his hat on. But this is Garrett Bailey.
Yep.
And tell everybody about yourself.
Yeah, so I work seasonally for the National Park Service here in Olympic National Park. I've done it for 4 seasons, 3 seasons here in Olympic, and it's probably one of the best jobs you could ever have.
Nice, not a bad deal. So we just met a couple weeks ago because I checked in at the ranger station, and you are actually a recipe tester, right?
Yep.
That's fantastic. So, and what's your recipe tester name?
Chipmunk Cheeks.
Chipmunk Cheeks. Love it. Well, we are on a backpacking trip here in 7 Lakes Basin. It's actually the first day of fall, which is should be an official holiday in my opinion. But we are cooking dinner and we're having a really good time enjoying a new part of the national park that I have never been to, but you are very familiar with. So we are going to cook some dinner tonight by beautiful Deer Lake as the sun is going down.
Lunch Lake.
What did I say? Dinner Lake?
You said Deer Lake.
Deer Lake. Oh, well, yeah, Deer Lake's over there.
Yeah, that way.
It's that way. And it's definitely, well, yeah. We're eating dinner by Lunch Lake.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't open up a big old wormhole.
Yeah.
Somewhere out of here. But what we're looking at today is seeing if this recipe is one of the best backpacker recipes you could ever take along. And Garrett doesn't know what we're making. I've been keeping it secret all day. Yeah. He's very, very excited, or not excited. I don't really know how he's feeling. But what we're making today is mango fried rice.
Oh my gosh.
So you said something about one of your favorite foods on the trail up here.
Yeah. So I said any kind of rice dish is my favorite. So
that's super awesome because
treat,
I didn't know that. So I'm happy to do that. So we are going to make mango fried rice, and it's all prepped up right here. So what I've got here is a 1.5 cups of rice, some beef jerky, some dried mango. I also put the spices already in here. So I've got ground ginger and ground garlic powder. If you want to go super, super ultralight, you can use soy sauce powder. That's a real thing. I don't have that with me today, so I'm just using soy sauce packets, or different Asian sauce packets you probably have in your drawer right now. It's also a really great opportunity to use those up. Just make sure you pack those out. So what makes a good backpacker recipe? So I've been thinking about this all day. We could chime in together, but it needs to be fast. Mm-hmm. It needs to be easy to prep up, whether you're at your rig or you're at home. It needs to be easy to cook at camp, right? It needs to take minimal gas. Part of the thing about being fast. It needs to be filling. It hopefully, in my opinion, needs to be tasty and really, really tasty. I know some of you guys out there will just, shovel down some sort of a porridgey situation and call it calories and call it dinner, but that's not me. What else is a good backpacker recipe?
Gosh, I think you hit them all.
Well, the other couple things I was thinking of was they also need to be mindful of pack weight and pack volume. Okay. So, packing 4 onions is probably not the best idea. I haven't done 4 onions. I think I've done 1 onion. But the weight is obviously a concern. And so for this is 3 good solid portions. And this is about 5 to 6 ounces per portion, which is really not that bad and pretty comparable to a lot of packaged meals. Yeah. If you're thinking, oh my gosh, Corso, this is an extra 1 or 2 ounces than I normally take. Well, suck it up, Buttercup, and take a couple extra ounces for eating better. But I think those are the really, really important components for a really good backpacker meal, especially a longer haul through hiker backpacking meal. Because if not, then it's just going to be too much weight or the ingredients are going to go bad. But I love this recipe because this can literally be in your pack sitting there for day 6 or 7, and it's going to be still really, really good. But we're going to cook this up. I also have some add-ons for you guys out there if you're interested in packing those, but stay tuned for those. All right, so Garrett and I are going to cook this up on the rock by the lake. Everybody, this is where we are. This is not a bad place to have dinner on the first day of fall. All right, so what we're gonna do is we are going to get our pot on the burner. And quick thing about this pot here too, this is a Thesens. So this is a new pot and stove combo that a company sent me, and stay tuned for a full review on this one, but this is what we're using today. We're gonna put a little bit of oil in the pot, and I just have some olive oil today, but sesame oil is perfect for this. Yeah, just like a table, maybe 2 tablespoons. Yeah, give it some more in there. Nice. And then we're gonna put our rice ingredients into the pot. And we have enough here. Oh yeah, take those packets out. We don't want to cook those. And we're gonna put probably about 2/3 of that in there. We got some great local jerky from Sunrise Meats in Port Angeles. So if you're provisioning through town, hit that up. They got some great summer sausage, amazing smoked salmon. So as a reminder, we have rice, garlic powder, ginger powder, jerky, dried mango, and this is just instant rice. Yeah, Garrett, I think that's pretty darn good. Maybe a little bit more rice in there.
Okay.
Just the rice. Perfect. Oops, yep. And let's go ahead and turn on the burner. And what I'm looking for here is that to just, oh, wow, we are cooking here at 4,500 feet. So that's going to cook hot and fast. So let's go ahead and get a spork, and we're going to start to stir that. But I want to wake all this up and give it a little bit of toasty flavor. But be ready, because that is going to cook hot. It's going to cook fast. And I love what Garrett's doing here is holding the handle while you're stirring. I see a lot of people just stir and it often tips over your pot. And then there goes your dinner. So not great. You want to flip it over to the spoon? Yep. Oh, and also I love what you're doing here too. Pull it off the flame. So he's a very seasoned veteran in the backcountry kitchen. So he noticed it was scorching a little bit at the bottom. And our heat's getting nice and hot, nice and quick. But let's take a look at that. Nice. Ooh, yes. Nice. That's what I'm looking for here. So not a whole lot of time, maybe 30 seconds or a minute, depending on your stove. And then let's go ahead and get it back on the burner, and we're going to add that water. Yeah, it should be good. You can always add more water too. But oh, look at those toasted rice. And a little bit of a stir. So the ratio of this is, pretty classic to your instant rice. I like to add a teeny bit more than normal because we have dried mango and dried beef jerky, so that's going to hydrate and soak up some of that water too. So while that is looking great, and you can go ahead and add a packet of soy sauce as well, if you like. And we're going to keep it light on the soy sauce. You can always add more of this too. So this is a 1 liter pot, which will be plenty of room for both of us. And are we sticking on the bottom there, Garrett?
No, not really.
Okay,
yeah.
Good. That's what I like to hear. Cool. So I think we're good with the stirring. So perfect. And let's throw the lid on there, get it up to a boil. And then we will turn off the heat and let it rest. So we'll come back in about 10 minutes. Well, we've got our pot right down here just chilling, waiting for us. But as far as, maybe a tip for the folks out there from a park ranger, what's something to do or not do in the national park?
Well, a do is definitely ask a bunch of questions.
Okay.
Yeah. We are people that are out there seeing the stuff and doing all the things. We're definitely chock full of knowledge. Just ask any amount that you can. Well,
and I can attest to that, because he's been giving me a whole bunch of nuggets about some of the trail that we've been going on. Again, this is a whole new area for me, so he's been a wealth of knowledge on the trail.
Don't is don't go out without a plan. Like, have an idea of what trails you're going to be on, where you're going to be at certain times roughly, and always make sure to tell somebody where you're going to be. It's a big deal.
It's a really important thing, even for a day hike. You know, I've read articles in different city newspapers that people just go out for a day hike and then they're gone for 4 or 5 days and nobody even knew they were going. So take a step to notify just your friend or your family that you're going somewhere and when you're generally going to be home. That's a helpful tip that I've learned along the years.
Yeah, and it helps search and rescue a whole lot because, you know, if somebody knows you're supposed to be here by then and you're not, it's a lot better for search and rescue because we can find you faster.
Find you faster, which could be a really, really important thing.
Yeah.
What is a crazy thing that you have seen from a visitor in the national park?
Visitor in the national park.
Did they like wear a sombrero while they were hiking, or like did they not wear any clothes while hiking, or?
I've seen a lot of people that walk around with, well, a lot of people, just kind of one individual, I guess. He legitimately did wear like a cape and kind of a robe, very Gandalf-esque. Kind of big weird, but not comparable.
Got it. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, everyone has a choice about what they wear, what they pack along on any trip. So
Yeah.
I guess, and maybe he was on some sort of personal journey.
Absolutely.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting for sure. Well, it's one thing I tell you guys all the time, and you can probably echo this: is pack it out. Like, if you do one thing, just take care of your trash. If you can recycle, that is great. But at the minimum, just pack it out. These soy sauce packets, or you know, your beers, or your cheese snacks, or chip bags, just pack it out.
Yep.
Well, thanks for sharing some tidbits. Look for Garrett at the Soul Duck check-in station. He has a wealth of knowledge. But also, we're doing another video of sort of chats with the park ranger, so stay tuned for that on the channel as well. But we need some dinner, so let's check in on our beef mango fried rice. All right, so our mango fried rice has sitting there for about 10 minutes. We're both laughing here because I am literally like on a rock in a bush. But this is what we do for you. But also a reminder, this is our pretty area, and I'd rather be sitting on a rock eating mango fried rice than a lot of other places. So let's check it out. Oh, that's looking pretty good. And also really important to taste it. So take a nice little bite there. It's our opportunity to make it amazing.
Pretty good.
Pretty good, but
Yeah.
but it's not not super
Not
great.
amazing. Yeah.
Okay, so what do we need to make it amazing?
Maybe a little soy sauce, a little bit of acidity from rice vinegar.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
So I do have a little vial of rice vinegar down there. If you think that's crazy, you could easily pack a little sumac. You could also pack a pack of Chinese mustard or mustard. That'll give you a little bit of acidity. So just a little blip. Okay, so we added the rice vinegar. And it does it need a little bit more soy sauce too?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think that's the really important part about any dish is, you know, follow the recipe to a certain point. But if you're ever concerned about something, is just dial back a little bit, and you can always add more. But you know, if we added 4 packets of soy sauce in here and then ate it, we would still eat it because we're hungry. But that would be pretty inedible. So as you're seeing too, oh my gosh, there's some green stuff here. Wow, I can't believe he packed that in his pack. So I love adding snap peas to this. This has lasted just fine for a day. It could last for a couple days. I also packed some chives from the garden because I'm fancy Chef Corso, but you could easily pack some green onions as well. So we can add those. But if you're looking at us being like, why would you pack fresh snap peas? You can also pack these, which are those freeze-dried snap pea snacks, which weigh almost nothing. So if you're an ultralighter, that can really be a great option for you. And, you know, pretty tasty, give you some nice crunch, maybe a few little micronutrients. So you choose your own adventure if you do want to add something green or add something fresh, but it's something that I really love to add. But I think we'll add those fresh ingredients, we will bowl this up, and we are going to enjoy this by the lake. Well, that looks terrible, but you could also spice it up with some sriracha packets. So we'll do that in a minute when we go to eat. But again, you could also throw in some hoisin sauce, see what kind of packets you have in your drawer. Some sesame seeds, some sesame snaps could be really, really great on there as well. But try this out. Let me know if this is the best backpacker meal you've ever had based on our challenges when we were cooking in the backcountry. But that looks pretty darn good. Really, really hearty. A little bit of a sweet, savory thing going on, but you also have some really, really nice freshness. Ooh, yeah, there you go.
Very nice.
Well, cheers. Thanks for cooking along with me.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think we found an answer.
Yeah, is it good?
So good.
Nice. Well, good. I'm glad you like it.